A terrifying video circulating on social media appears to show a man carrying a severed body part of someone killed by a train in Wasco. Sheriff's officials say this happened today near the Wasco Amtrak station on G Street. Eyewitness News reporter Lena Folk has that story, but first, we do want to warn you that some of the footage is disturbing.
I'm not sure from where, but he came this way, and he walked all through here, and he was waving a person's leg, and well, he started chewing on it over there. He was biting it, and then he was hitting it against the wall and everything. And
it was a typical Friday for the construction workers laying down concrete outside the Amtrak station in Wasco until they saw a horrifying sight.
He's eating it. Hey, ¿me la está comiendo?
You are looking at what a witness says is a man eating a detached leg. The detached leg came from a person hit by a train near the Wasco Amtrak station earlier that morning.
On the leg, the skin was hanging. You can see the bone.
Jose Ibarra tells Eyewitness News that when the man walked past him with the leg, he believed him to be homeless. Ibarra is unsure where the man came from. He says Kern County Sheriff's deputies stopped the man after people from the Amtrak station called the police. More videos sent into Eyewitness News shows the man waving the leg around. KCSO says the man is 27-year-old Rosendo Tellez. Tellez was arrested for taking evidence from the scene and had multiple outstanding warrants.
He's eating it. Hey, ¿me la está comiendo?
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakha Ha Kodash. And double honor to the elders and apostles, the men of Great Millstone, and to the rest of the brethren on down is teaching and preaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom Bayat HaDawadah. To the Hakim and Akwat, decide to repent. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans whose fathers go back to one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, Yasha, Shalom to you, Mashpachah. Well, you see it. You see it. And this is what's coming to Babylon. This was coming to Babylon. See? So when that famine started, like right now before the famine even kicked in, you got people running around eating cats. Those of our people eat cats, eat dogs, eat squirrels, raccoons. You know what I mean? They eating all kind of shit right now. So how much more abominable shit like this right here is you gonna see our people and all these everybody else? You gonna see these motherfuckers eating hands, legs, and all kind of shit. See? Because you'd be surprised what a wicked motherfucker do when they hungry. Shit. But we just gonna grab a few scriptures because it don't take many. I just want to get straight to the point. Dealing with this type of action right here. I just want to just read a couple and just end it on off. Because it don't take many. Just get straight to the point. But that's what you gonna see right here in Babylon. If you seeing it now and ain't nothing even hit the fan, ain't nothing even hit the fan yet. So just imagine when the store shelves be suddenly found empty, and we're gonna grab that. See. So prepare, because this is what you're going to see. A lot of people ain't going to be able to stomach it. You ain't going to be able to stomach it because you're going to see these type of things firsthand. You're going to get firsthand view, your first person view of these type of things. See? But let's just grab a few because I'm just going to make this a quick hit. So let's just grab a few of these beautiful scriptures and then we're going to go ahead and end it off. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go to 2nd Esdras first. Let's open up with that one. 2nd Esdras. Let's get it. Let's get it. Chapter 6. Second Esdras, chapter 6, and let me get this first. Second Esdras, chapter 6, and let's start at 18. And what it says? Second Esdras 6 and verse 18. And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, and to visit them that dwell on the earth. And I will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. You see that? This is talking about the second return of Yahushua, right? When our Father Yahweh sent him back, right? And the inquisition is going to be made against these Edomites and the rest of these motherfuckers. But we dealing with the Edomites. The inquisition going to be made of them. And inquisition is basically it goes into a questioning, an investigation. But this goes into them receiving punishment because they already been condemned. The judgment has already been passed down. They just got to be passed. They got to be handed the judgment. They already got the sentence. The sentence has already been given to them. The judgment is already made. They just got to be given it. So that inquisition goes into the judgment that these Edomites is going to receive. Not they ain't going to be questioned. See? The witnesses already made the point. They're guilty. Right? So what did it say? 2nd Ezra 6 and 19. And will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall all see. And when it says the books shall be opened before the firmament, what is it talking about? It's talking about these judgments of Yahweh, these prophecies being fulfilled. See, those things that he said was going to happen, you're going to see them happening. See? But let's continue. 2nd Ezra 6 and 21. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. You see? So when these storehouses be found empty, hey, these people is going to lose their damn mind. They're going to lose their damn mind here in Babylon. See? All these old obese people, they love eating all this old filthy, nasty swine flesh and all other kind of shit, this abominable shit. Hey, when them storehouses going to be found empty, guess what they going to do? They going to turn to eat whatever they can stick in their mouth to put something into their belly. They ain't going to be thinking if it's right. All they going to be thinking about is long as it can go into my belly and fill up the empty space. That's all they going to be thinking about. You see that? That's all they going to be thinking about. But what it says, 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses, your Safeway, your Krogers, and your Costco's, and your Walmarts, and your Lucky's, and whatever other food grocery store they got out there that I don't know about, they gonna be found empty. See, what happened during the pandemic? Man, they was running all up in shit, taking every damn thing. And even in the grocery stores, if they wasn't stealing stuff out of there, guess what? You saw people when they went buying, excessively buying. If it was toilet paper in there, they bought all that. You couldn't eat all that, but they was just worrying about wiping their ass. They bought it all. They didn't have none for nobody else. If it was water in there, They bought it all because they was thinking about what if they don't hit no water. See, so they bought it all. It was empty. All of the chicken, the ground beef, they was buying it all. See, to the point to where they started rationing it, telling people, "Oh, you can come only get 2 of this and 2 of that and 2 of this and 2 of that." You want to just go in there and buy and take it over. I'm gonna get 10 steaks and let me get 10 bottles and let me get 10 pack of them toilet papers and no, you weren't doing that shit. See, but when these storehouses be found empty, you ain't gonna be buying none of that shit. Not 2, not 5, not 10, not nothing. Because they gonna be found empty. See? But what did Yahweh Shem Yahushua say to his people? He says, what? My servants shall eat, but your ass go be starving. My servants go drink, but your ass shall be thirsty. See? So a lot of people don't understand why it's imperative for you to repent. So you can get that protection, that shield from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. See? But let's go to it. Let's go to Revelations, right? Because this is why these storehouses go suddenly be found empty. This is why. Right? Revelations 18th chapter. Right? Let's go start here. You know what? I started. You know what? Let's start at 6. Why not? Revelations 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she had filled to her double judgment. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I am a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning, and what? Famine. So when this place get hit, guess what? Ain't gonna be no more trading coming in. You don't do no trading and exchanging of goods in the time of war. Especially if you warring against this place. You ain't sending your goods there. See? So what did it say? Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning. So when Babylon get hit, you gonna have some death. You gonna have mourning. And from Babylon getting hit, this is when the famine is gonna kick in. And shall what? And she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua who judges her. Let's go down. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. See? Ain't nobody go buy this merchandise no more. See? Ain't nobody go buy it no more. But let's see why. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thy wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beast. Do not you go in the grocery store and get your wheat, your flour, and that beast, which is that cow, that lamb, or whatever. You go in there and get it, right? That's what you get. And horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. And what it say? Verse 14. And the fruits that thy soul loved after are departed from thee. And all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. You see that? So in this famine, when Babylon get hit, it's going to be the beginning of all their sorrows. See? And even the sorrows of our people. And you going to see our people doing what? They're going to be looking at, find a little cat screaming, hey, come here, little kitty. Come here, little kitty. They're going to grab the little cat. They're going to be eating that. Some of them ain't gonna find shit, and they gonna do what? They gonna turn to eat themselves. If they can't find nothing to hit somebody else over the head with something to eat them, they gonna eat themselves. They gonna start eating their own hand. They gonna be so hungry. They might chop. Let me just chop this hand off. I don't need it. Let me chop the hand off. I don't need it. If I'm right-handed, let me chop the left off, and I'm gonna eat that. You know, if I'm left-handed, let me chop the right hand off, and I'm gonna eat that. they gonna go bad. But first, before they do that, they gonna look at other people and say, "Let me just hit this motherfucker over the head, like the Walking Dead, how they did the brother." You know, them Edomites was looking for something to eat, and they couldn't find it. And Jake came running around the corner, thought they was all together. And what they do to his ass? Hit his ass over the head, took him back to their little lair, and cut his leg off, and they was eating. I never knew how good dark meat tastes. It was tearing his ass up, greasy lips and everything. See? But you're going to see that in reality. It ain't going to be on no damn TV show. You're going to have a first-person view of these things. See? But let's continue. A couple more and end it off. Now, let's go get it again, right? Let's go back to 2nd Esdras. Let's go back to 2nd Esdras. Right? Let's go to chapter 15 this time. 2nd Esdras 15. Let me click that. Let's go down to my point. Let's start at 14, right? 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. That's guns, shotguns, machetes, knives, bats, shovels, anything that you can use as a weapon. 2nd Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, that's food, for the lack of food, and for great tribulation. You see that? So when those storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, this is what it's going to resort to. See, when motherfuckers going to start kicking in your doors, if you got anything in your house, they coming to take you or your goods. If you got any canned goods, you better not tell no motherfucker that you think is your partner that you got some canned goods, because he coming to get them when he get hungry. And he ain't gonna care if you ain't got nothing to eat. All he gonna be worried about is filling up that empty space in his belly. You see? Hey, you people don't know what's coming. You motherfuckers run around this level laughing and shit, but y'all don't get the severity of Yahweh's judgment. See? Y'all don't know what's coming. It's gonna be very terrifying, man. Very terrifying. Right? But let's go down though. Let's go down. Let's go down further into this chapter. Let's jump down to 53. Right? 2nd Esdras 15 and 53. What he says? If thou hast not always slain my chosen, exalted the stroke of thy hand, talking about these Edomites, and saying over their dead when thou wast drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, said Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, even so shall Yahweh do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. That means evil. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread, food, and thirst of water. You see that? You see? So it's going to be very, very, very vicious in that time. But let's end off with this one, though. Because you saw what he was doing. And I don't know if he's by the name they got, that might have been Northern Kingdom. He threw. Saw a leg at the train, on the side of the tracks and shit. He picked it up and shit, it was looking like some kind of delicacy to him. He wasn't worried about cooking it or nothing. He just went at it and gnawed it. He probably hungry than a motherfucker. Through. But you already know he had demons on him too, though. But he was hungry than a motherfucker. Hey, gnawing, having at it. See? And he was mad that the motherfuckers was fucking with him. He was mad at the motherfucker that they fucking with, interrupting his bill. He was mad, cussing him out of there and saying, you motherfucker, leave me the fuck alone. But let's go get it though, right? Isaiah 49 to end off with that one. Hey, he was pissed off that they was interrupting his bill. Shit. He was having a field day with that leg. See? But let's get this though. Isaiah 49. And let's come on down to it. Right? Let's come on down to it. Last two. Let's get that 25. Where it says Isaiah 49 to 25. But thus said Yahweh, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away. And who is the captives of the mighty? Who is the captives of these motherfuckers that had these swords that was represented their strength? We were. We are the motherfucking captives. Right? And it says what? And the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. Who is the prey of the terrible? The terrible one is the Edomites. Who is the prey of these Edomites? Us Israelites. And we are going to be delivered, the elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. For I will contend with him that contended with thee. And he gonna do what? He gonna contend with what? How he gonna contend with these Edomites? They gonna eat themselves. He gonna starve their ass out. Meaning when they came and fought against us in 70 AD, what happened? What happened? What happened then? Surrounded our city, cut off our water, and we couldn't get nothing. What we start doing? You had women and men eating their own children, man, for trying to survive, to not die of starvation. Because they were so terrified, they wanted to live, but was too scared to go out and fight against the enemy, because you would have been killed. So they rather to eat flesh, human flesh at that, to survive, than to go out and just risk their life and die. What the Most High say? It's better for you to go out and battle than to die of starvation. See? But let me continue. Isaiah 49 and 25. But thus said Yahweh, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him that contended with thee, and I will save thy children. Verse 26. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh. What he gonna do? How he gonna contend with them? And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, you Israelites, the mighty one of Jacob. You see that? So these people don't know what's coming. And I'm going to end it off there because I don't need to run my mouth no more. All praises be to Yahweh, goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah, Ha, Kodash. Shalom, Yasharallah, Wa Abba Babal, Wa Barakatham, Yasharallah. Shalom.